So why have a morning routine? You'll hear a lot about morning routines in the personal development world, the self-improvement industry, that a morning routine is absolutely crucial, and if you don't have one, if you don't get up at 4 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the morning, then your day's wasted, your life's wasted, and you're never going to go anywhere. It's not true, of course, but a morning routine can be really beneficial, and I've found it really, really beneficial for myself over the years. I had a morning routine specifically when I was a personal trainer, when I was getting up to train clients first thing in the morning, 6 a.m. And the whole purpose of a morning routine for me then was basically just to get my energy right so that I could be energetic when I was coming in to train people and give them the best of me for each session. And my morning routine has transitioned from then, and it's changed a lot as well too, and it changes into different things. I'll do different things at different times, etc. But over the last while, I've been really, really consistent with what we are looking at here today, what I'm doing most mornings, and that is first thing in the morning. I'm starting with getting out and getting early light exposure, getting in the natural light first thing in the morning. And that's really, really important actually for your sleep. Most people will have a sleep routine where they try and improve their evening time and try and improve their sleep at night. But actually getting out first thing in the morning in the natural light is one of the most beneficial things to help you have a better night's sleep, because it helps kind of balance your circadian rhythm and set your melatonin clock and helps aid your sleep in the evening. So getting out and getting early light exposure is fantastic. And then breath work, a few rounds of breath work, maybe 3 rounds, 30 deep inhales and exhales with a breath hold. And again, obviously when you are doing deep breath work first thing in the morning, you're oxygenating the body and you're clearing the mind and you're clearing your energy and you're balancing out your nervous system more than anything. And as you can see, I am grounded while I'm doing that, which is basically bare feet onto the grass, onto the soil, connected in nature. There's loads of different benefits and studies on the benefits of actually grounding and earthing, as some people call it. So getting connected to nature first thing in the morning, get my feet in the soil and getting some deep inhales and exhales just to get the mind right, get the body right, and get myself woke up basically. I've been adding in a movement as well too, like 30 press ups I do every single morning as part of my routine. So after I've done my breath work, etc., I'll do some press ups, again, wake myself up, get the body moving. You could do that yourself, you could do 10, you could do squats, you could do sit-ups, whatever's convenient for yourself. Again, it's just to wake myself up. Following that, I make sure that I'm getting properly hydrated. So I'll have my water and my electrolytes. First thing in the morning, I usually add in a scoop of creatine, 5 grams of creatine into that as well too, just because it's easy, it's handy to get it in first thing in the morning with my electrolytes. If you don't use a supplement, if you don't use an electrolyte supplement, you could use Himalayan rock salt. Just add a pinch of Himalayan rock salt to your water first thing in the morning, and that can help with your overall hydration as well too. Just because you're drinking a lot of water doesn't mean that you're going to be actually hydrated, so making sure that you're getting the electrolytes in that's needed to get properly hydrated. And then that continues on into making myself a coffee. Caffeine in the morning first thing is something that I love. I love making a coffee. I love actually sitting down and getting myself kind of focused and giving myself that time in the morning. And also getting tortured with a couple of dogs, as you can see, who are my buddies first thing in the morning. But after I have a coffee, what I do is I journal. And again, like journaling could be as simple as writing down an affirmation. It could be as simple as writing out a goal. It could be as simple as writing down your priorities for the day. Like, what are my top priorities for today? And that's basically what I do. I'll write out a few affirmations. I'll remind myself of a few goals, and then I'll look at what I've got to do for the day. I'll look at my top 3 priority actions that I need to implement every single day. And the whole point of journaling for me anyway is to put my attention on my intentions, is to put my energy and my focus on the things that I want to actually create. Because a lot of the times what happens first thing in the morning, people get up, they rush out the door, they rush straight to work, or they rush to take the kids to school, and they don't give themselves any time, no time to gather their thoughts, gather their energy, balance out their nervous system, and that can just continue on spiraling throughout the day, where every little thing can trigger you, and the response that you get from all of those wee triggers can be an overwhelm or an overload. So giving yourself time first thing in the morning to gather your thoughts can be so beneficial, especially if you increase that and add that into a habit every single morning. So after I've got my journaling done, after I've got my priority actions done and the things that I'm focused on for the day ahead, the last part of my morning routine then is to exercise, and that will be a run some mornings, or it could be going into the gym and joining in with our PT groups in the mornings, or I might go to a friend's gym and do a session, do a class, but it's some form of exercise again. I've found that when I train first thing in the morning, my energy is really good, my focus is really good, my approach for the day, my work, the things that I get done, it's just overall better. Sometimes if I leave my exercise or my routine to later on in the evening, then sometimes I skip it, sometimes I don't get it done, and I'm not as consistent with it. So, in wrapping up, basically when you're looking at maybe like implementing a morning routine for yourself, don't overcomplicate it. I think that's probably one of the biggest things that a lot of people do, is they think that they have to do 1,000,001 things, and they think that this morning routine has to last for 45 minutes or 60 minutes. We've all got busy lives, we've all got things to do, we have families, kids to raise, businesses to run, careers, whatever it may be. The most important thing is that you can give yourself 10, 15 minutes for yourself. And that might be that you sit and meditate for a few minutes. It might be that you say a prayer for a few minutes. It might be that you write out a few lines in your journal, something about gratitude, or write down what you have to do for the day. But as long as you can make it consistent, and as long as you can implement it every single morning, and that gives you a better boost in order for you to start your day.